Good afternoon here in Dagenham and Redbridge. My name is Paul Jones from the Wrexham media team. As the teams come out onto pitch, already looking a bit cut up. There was quite a sharp shower this morning. Team news. So as far as the lineups are concerned, Wrexham obviously first of all, Dunn in goal across the back, Jennings, Pearson, Smith and Roberts. A midfield with Kelly, Carrington, Wright and Rutherford, with Wedgbury missing because of the virus, and Horroyd and Reid are up front. Dagenham and Redbridge have made a couple of changes from the side which lost their FA Cup replay at Leyton Orient. They've got their talismanic striker back, Cheek, who certainly made a difference, although they didn't win, when he came on with about 20 minutes to go. Interesting look at the two corner flags in view from when I'm doing the commentary. The one at the right corner is blowing towards the right, on the left blowing towards the left, or I think all we can assume is that the wind is swirling and it is quite breezy. Wrexham in their change strip, ball played down the left hand side. Reid winning the header, the first header didn't quite fall to Holroyd. Played forward, and he tries to play the long ball down to Cheek, but it's intercepted. Into the midfield right, Rutherford tries the quick chip forward, and there's a heavy challenge of Akil Wright. First free kick of the game, taken quickly by Dagenham and Redbridge, but it's poor, ball swirls out. Ricard will expect to do better than that. Dunn places the ball on the floor. Long clearance again down, this time towards the middle. Horroyd doesn't challenge for it, but in the end Mark Carrington breaks forward. Lovely cross in, and in the end Holroyd wins the header, but it's almost, I think, as if he took it before Alex Reid. Wrexham's first chance. Holroyd getting in front of Scott Doe, the Dagenham captain, and that was certainly a chance. Person drives the ball down. Again, Akil Wright heads the ball forward. It holds up in the wing. It breaks to Reid. Can't quite get the second touch. Looks like the Dagenham player's gone down, possibly twisted an ankle. He's hobbling a bit at the moment. That's the captain, Scott Doe, who certainly saved Dagenham's blushes then. Akil Wright again wins the header. Reid challenges but barely gets a touch on it. High ball played forward, which Pearson heads on. Ling then makes a mess, and it's Reid breaking forward, plays it to Holroyd on turns, and in effect Scott Doe, by diving in front of the Holroyd shot, managed to block it. One goal kick, Holroyd and Lokko having a bit of a wrestling match. It breaks to Pearson, plays it down to Reid. Reid collects it, facing backwards though, but Carrington then plays a lovely ball down to Rutherford. He just manages to get the cross in, but breaks to Pearson again. Again, Wrexham queuing up, and it falls all the way to Holroyd. He certainly wasn't expecting it, because Lokko missed the ball, and in effect it sailed within a toenail touch of Holroyd putting us one up. High hangs in the wind, Reid getting no change there from Robson. Dagenham break forward, it's over to Ferry on the left hand side, at Pearson before he turns on. He turns onto his right foot, saved by Dunn, but huge sigh of relief as Dagenham player following up puts it over Chris Dunn, but no real complaints by them. Offside. Carrington wins the header. Now ball played through quickly for Horroyd to chase into. He's managed to get it. He plays it almost through to the feet of Reid, but Cousins finally decides to come out and collects it. Chances at both ends within 30 seconds. Throw in again, this time Reid does win the flick on, no one for the second header though. Lokko, ooh, that looked a leg breaker. That is a really, really heavy challenge by Lokko. The referee certainly reached into his pocket first of all. That was studs up, straight through onto the leg of Mark Carrington. Trainer straight on for Wrexham. Referee surrounded by players, but that was a really bad challenge. Chance of off from the Wrexham fans. Doe, the captain, speaking to the referee. Lokko there, and another 2 or 3, and it's a red card, and it's a justifiable red card, quite frankly. That was a leg breaker. He came off his feet, straight on to Carrington. The ball had gone. The ball was there for him to win, but he went off his feet, and it was no position of real danger. He's walking past, shaking his head, but a straight red. And Dagenham down to 10 men. Comes forward to Rutherford again. He turns onto his left foot, once again tries to drill a shot in. Ball cleared to Manny Smith. He's got time to put it forward to Akko Wright. Akko Wright over to Jennings. Jennings, ball into a crowded area, but it breaks as far as Rutherford. Swings it in with his left foot, with Akko Wright rising just over the bar. Goal kick drilled down the middle. Manny Smith wins it, comes to Rutherford. Heavy touch, but he's able to play it back to James Jennings. He's looking for Holroyd. Driven down the left channel. It's won by Doe, helped on Bobukard. Then Whiteley takes the ball, turns away from Akko Wright and drives forward. Cheek looking for the ball to be played through, and in the end it comes to him. And a lovely shot on the turn, which Chris Dunn does extremely well to push up into the air. Ball played forward, but Holroyd was on his backs of his heels, so Cheek then galvanised, have Dagenham by the one player. Ferrier once again. Ferrier Roberts twisting and turning, and in the end he beats himself before Carrington flushed his lines with the clearance. Ball driven in, and this time it bounces just in front of Chris Dunn, who juggles it a bit, manages to get hold of it. Now, since they've been down to 10 men, Dagenham have certainly been the more productive side. We're into the added minute. As nice play, Ours interchange, drives it across the face of the goal, and in the end Pearson calmly puts it out for a goal kick, and the half-time whistle goes.
How starts, diagonal ball to the corner. Robertson's trying to measure it, and playing it high. Low sun is going to cause some problems, and the ball breaks Reed. He manages to turn and takes a snapshot.
Jennings plants it forward again.
In the end, Doe plays the ball, and Cousins rushes, and Chris Holroyd tries an outrageous shot from just outside the centre circle, and Cousins scrambling back just manages to tip it over the bar. Then with a long throw, flicked on by Whiteley, and Ferrier and Pearson makes a break into a box, and trips back must be, and it's Whiteley saved by Dundee's, and they try to walk it in, and the offside flag is up in any event. In swinger this time, and it's
header straight at Jennings,
I think it was. Robertson Ferrier battle it out. Diagonal ball played again. For Reed to chase, and Reed wins it, and it's clear.
and Reed just couldn't get it out to him. But it's back to Kelly. Kelly fires a shot, and in effect Robson didn't know where that was going as it hit him.
Header won by Reed. He manages to play it on to Hore, manages to turn, plays it down to Reed. Ball played in for Kelly, can't quite get any power on it. As Dagenham are allowed to bring the ball forward, and then it's played forward, and Cheek seals a march on Pearson when the ball's driven over too long for Howell, but he's going to get chance to play it back in. Back to Whiteley, but Carrington gets the foot in. This time, play to Whiteley. Once again, he tries a curler, and Dunn was rooted to the spot there. Driven down the right-hand side, but it holds up at the halfway line before Manny Smith comes in, puts his foot through it. Howell's header forward. Once again, all these balls seem to be at that time falling to Dagenham and Redbridge before Kelly plays Holroyd through. Holroyd takes a snapshot, and Cousins seemed to fall over. I mean, the ball drifted harmlessly wide, but one wonders if that had been on corner, whether Cousins would have been found wanting. Reed standing on the keeper. Kelly, that's where it's going, and in effect the keeper, Collins, manages to get a sort of a flapping finger at it, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. Reed wins the head on, and in the end, what a cracking save from Pearson. A bit of head tennis then, and Pearson managed to get his head to it, and Cousins, who was a bit of a shot stopper on Tuesday night, flung himself across and got a bigger hand to it. Wrexham corner. Wrexham really have to make the most of these chances they are getting. Right, and goes through everybody, back to the back. Still tries to get through to Manny Smith, and in the end it is Howell who gets it away, and it's now Dagenham breaking forward again. Roberts leaps in, fails, misses the player, who after 15 minutes, after 15 yards, seems to fall over. Back all right, drives forward. McCreth. Back to Roberts. McCreth, he's going all right, but Roberts plays the ball in. Reed with a header, and the keeper in effect backs into the bar and the post to collect the ball, but long clearance from Dagenham and Redbridge. Jennings plays a diagonal ball to McCreth, and McCreth against Howell. Picard comes over to help it, but he managed to find the cross, and then another class save by Cousins. Once again, Ferrier makes the run, pushes it past Roberts. Roberts is beaten for pace, and then Wrexham, right at the death, in theory have conceded a loser, but it's offside. The Dagenham substitute again. Dagenham have scored, but it's been ruled out for offside. 3 minutes, additional minutes, as Jennings brings the ball forward. Plays the ball long for Bowden, but this time the header has broken to a Wrexham player. Back to Marcus Kelly. Bowden gets up, but steers it past the near side post. Last throw of the dice, with a last throw probably from Jennings. Takes it quickly. Jennings plays it in with his right foot. This time it does get through, doesn't fall to Bowden, and in the end it is cleared up to Pearson. Pearson plays a 1-2 with Rutherford. Pearson then tries to play it in to Akiel Wright. Over to McCreth. McCreth can work at Howell. Chips the ball in. And it's finally in! We Wrexham have scored! Paul Rutherford had fired the ball across the box, and it's an own goal! Wrexham there are seconds left here. Chris Dunn making sure every single stud is clear. Drives the ball down. Referee raises the ball to his lip, and that is it. Wrexham
doesn't matter how, but via an own goal, have got the win down in the east of London.